Hey everyone, I am super excited and super stoked to talk about this new November-December catalog book, whatever you want to call it, that we have. There is so much fun in this book that I'm scrambling to think how I can get it all to you, and so you guys can see all the coolness. But for the purpose of this video, it is a walkthrough. So via that you can't come to my house and I ran out of time, I thought this is the next best thing. I love having you at my house, don't get me wrong. Okay, as always, the stamp of the month, Operation Smile, not stamp of the month, excuse me. Operation Smile stamp set. Remember, $7 of every stamp set sold goes to Operation Smiles, which is an amazing, amazing charity. Be sure and go check them out. It is well worth it. I've talked about it before. So this is our new Cut Above kit. So maybe you're looking for ideas for a calendar. Maybe you want to try to see if you like scrapbooking. You need some filler pages. I mean, there's endless possibilities with the Cut Above kits. You get this paper pack right here. It's already set like this. You get stickers, you get punch outs. You get, these must be extra, no fussy, pre-cut, photo holders, and then page protectors. And they create these layouts. So this is really cool if you want to get ahead or you're short on your calendar making for this year. Here's a fast and easy way. You could have 4 single page, you can have a double page, whatever you're looking for. Then we move on to the most amazing silver bells. I love this very neutral pack. You have toffee, charcoal, mink, linen, and white daisy. And what's really cool about this being a neutral palette with these amazing designs is any color you add to it. So whether you use evergreen or you use pine or maybe you use jade or limeade, it's going to be a whole nother added dimension to this paper. Maybe you want to use scarlet or candy apple red, or maybe you're non-traditional and you want to do journey and do it in blues. And the sky's the limit just by playing and adding your color to this paper pack. Absolutely love, see if I can find a set right here. Love these new dots, these silver bell dots. There's silver, white, and this is a beautiful taupe. They all have, they're different than our glitter gems. These are more iridescent. So very, very cool. The sticker sheet, I should tell you with the paper pack, if you are so inclined, the sticker sheet has some gold foiling on it. So you can definitely go down that gold route. Then I would be missed if I didn't talk about the digital art, which is just something you add to whatever it downloads onto your computer, and then you can cut it with whatever system you have. But there are some amazing titles, some cards, a scrapbook page. I mean, this is just easy peasy peasy. And what's really cool about this, even though they show them in a color, they're going to cut it out to whatever color paper you use on them. And then we have this amazing stamp and thin cuts. This is actually the card making one. These, of course, are Christmas. These could easily be used for wedding bells. You could take off the holly and use this as a wedding. The leaves by itself, I mean, there's just so much you can do with this. So this is, I believe this will be one of many that will go fast in the kit. Then this, of course, is Silver Barrel's scrapbooking stamp and thin cuts. It has the beautiful holly. This bow is amazing. Absolutely love that bow. Then you have these titles. You have this nice little border, which they've used here, which I think is very striking. And so you have a lot of thin cuts on here. Everything is a thin cut except that border. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, here is the scrapbook workshop. So a lot of times we need more pages, or especially around the holidays, you always need a little bit more. This is a kit that's ready to assemble. I shouldn't say ready to assemble. It gives you directions so you can cut it out and make this, but it gives you colored layout and that. You also get some extra paper that you can't get elsewhere. And so same with this one. This one looks like it has little snowflakes or little splatters all over that. I would call that pewter, but they're probably calling it charcoal. Light-sided charcoal, maybe. I don't know. It looks more like pewter to me. But then you get the gems, you get the sticker sheet, you get the paper pack, you get the coordinating cardstock, and then you get this extra. So if you are a scrapbooker and you want that extra little touch or those extra little things, this might be the way to go. It is all in one because you kind of get all the package deal that you might need. Then we have this beautiful card making stamp and thin cut that is only available for Silver Bells. Again, I believe this one is also going to sell out pretty fast. This bow I've seen done with all different kinds of things. It's very, very cool. Same with the bells. You could use that for wedding bells. This is just so cool. Intricate, lots you can do with it. You can see your thin cuts here. This one you get silver glitter gems. So you do get some of the silver in this set, but you definitely can still purchase these by themselves. Then we move on to Evergreen, which screams Pacific Northwest. I don't know about you guys, but this is like, wow. So this one comes with sage, pine, shortbread, acorn, which is a new color for us, mocha, mink, French vanilla, and of course black as your neutral. But this is just such a fun paper. I think this one has so much versatility. I could see camping pictures. I can see the snow, of course, the everyday backyard. I mean, there's just nice patterns that don't traditionally lend it towards Christmas. So there's a lot you can do with that. Of course, here is the pattern paper and the sticker sheet. You can see that. That lantern is so cool. I really like that lantern. Then in this one, the extra is die cuts. And what's really cool about these is one sheet is craft and the other sheet is French vanilla. So you have multi-purpose, and it's a 6x12, so it's pretty good size, and you got lots in there. I don't know where mine is right off top. I thought I had it. Oh, I do. It's right here. So here is, and it's probably really, you can't see it too well. Maybe I'll bring it up close. But you can see that is the craft. Look at that star. That's amazing. And those pine cones. And then, of course, this is upside down. But you can see the French vanilla all the cool stuff that you can do with the French vanilla. So this is a really cool die cut set. And of course, I'd be remiss again if I didn't talk about the digital art. Again, it just downloads on your computer and then you can use it for whatever. But again, you have the cards, you have the layout, that lantern, oh my gosh, the pine cone clusters, this pine leaves, not leaves, but sprigs, that's the word. You have a nice little circle with a lace scalloped edge. It's sort of lacy. You do have a snowflake or a couple snowflakes, but you have the pretty stars, the nice sayings. So there is a lot. This kind of sprig could definitely be used in the springtime. So there is that. Then we come to the evergreen card making and thin cuts. I absolutely love these thin cuts. For us here, I know that isn't everyone, but we always like a good cluster of trees that you can create and do things with. So this is very cool here. Then you have the scrapbooking one, has the single trees, the single sprigs, a tiny one, and then this, and then I love this church. And you know what? I think this church could also pass for an older schoolhouse. So if you had some heritage pictures with school, I think this would work as a schoolhouse also. But I just think it's so pretty to use the pine and the sage when they stamped here. This is a nice size joy too. And then here we are with the scrapbooking workshop for evergreen. Again, like I stated before, you get the pattern paper, you get the cardstock, you get the die cut sheets, and you get an exclusive die cut sheet. So you get the, you get the 12 by 12 die cut sheets, and then you get a special one. This is different than this one here. So this is exclusive to the workshop. And then of course you get memory protectors, the sticker sheet. Here you can kind of see that scalloped digital. That's really kind of cool. I didn't notice that before. It's right here on the layout. That is the evergreen card making. And then you have the card making workshop for evergreen. These sayings are amazing. They are stamped. The only thin cuts are these three for this, but those pine cones, wow, they add so much punch to this great card making kit. And this also, I meant to tell you that here too. Let me get back to the card making for silver bells. So this paper is bulk paper. So this is the patterns always in the card making kit will be the bulk paper. At least that's the trend they're following right now. And so this is the bulk paper. When you are online, there is an actual bulk section and you can look at this. You get 12 sheets in a set of bulk. And sometimes I have people who don't want 12, and so just reach out and I can see if there's a group that's going on. And then of course, this is the beautiful evergreen bulk. So the pine sprigs and that beautiful green paper with that leafy contraction going there, okay? Then we get to these beautiful mix-in papers, nice colors. We get Desert Rose, Sage, Acorn, Charcoal, Mink, and White Daisy. So you get to see, and then of course it has a close-up of all the patterns. And mix-ins can mix with either one of the paper packs. So that's what's really cool about this. You can use them throughout this book. I love mix-ins because they are a great addition to your paper to create with. Then of course we call this our fun wet our whistle, get excited for what is coming through the rest of this book. This is kind of our jewelry section. Get your eyes going. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. So this is a stamp and thin cut set. So this is the only thin cut. This is a stamp and everything else is, but it's a great background stamp. As you can see it over here and right here. And then these are really cool. Here's the Christmas witches. Just a nice thin cut to add to your collection of thin cuts. I know, but I liked it because they weren't connected. So like you could use wishes for a birthday. Now 'tis the season is kind of okay, that is holiday, but this little thing, this little swirly swirl thing can be used all over. Merry can be used, bright can be used, and can be used. So knowing that these are all singles, that's really a cool thing too. And so you can see that here's the little swiggle. Isn't that cool? I love that. So, and then this is our Thoughtful Holly stamp and thin cuts and stencil. So this is a thin cut, and then you have the stencils, and we've done this before. Last year we had a beautiful a bouquet of flower type of thing. And there gives you many examples. I absolutely love how it's stamped tone on tone in the background here. I think that is so cool and such a nice look. I also really like where they kept the flower white and just brought in the touches of the leaves and the berries. So again, gives you some really fun stuff. We have a beautiful Hanukkah stamp set. We have 2 M-size stamps for that sentiment. These darling nativity scene with all the little people as a thin cut. How cool is that? And again, it gives you some great ideas of what you and how you can use them. Then we have this beautiful Christmas cardinal. Again, is it a stamp and a thin cut? So it allows you to give that detail to that stenciling. So really easy, really fun to use. Again, both of these are created using a lot of the mix-in paper, so you can see how that looks in that realm. I just, this sending Christmas cheer is so cute. I just really like that. Then we have Parisian florals. This is a takeoff something we've had before, and I really was kind of shocked when I saw it. But again, it is, I don't know, it's almost, I'm thinking it's almost going to be like a timeless stamp set that you want to peruse and look at and use. I love it here again, just stamped as a background. So, you know, they did a different color up here, but they made it very neutral, so to hide that white space. I don't know, I think that's very, very clever and very, very well done. Okay, oh my gosh, I love the trees. So let me give you a heads up right now, don't panic. The thin cuts are not available right now. I personally too am waiting for my thin cuts, so hang tough. I am assuming they will be any day. But the stencil and the stamp set is still available. And this is an overlay. So this is what's really cool about this is you can ink up your stamps or your stencil and then go over and add the dimension. You can pick and choose which ones you want to do. And you can see how they have done that. And let me tell you, this is a stamp set that we are, or a stencil that we are going to play with. The stamp set also. The thin cuts also, I can't wait till they come back in so I can get my set. Then we have some fun snow bodies and happy paw days. So you have the nice animals, you have the snowman. I have some cards that in December we're going to create with this cute little set. So they're just, again, some fun examples for you guys to look at. We have the beautiful embossing folder, then the stencil set overlay. So you have 3 panels that you can pick and choose your colors. And then, of course, you have the stamp and thin cuts, which gives you more dimension. And this card is just striking. They did it in Wisteria, Periwinkle, Mist, Seabrook, and Harbor. I like this a lot. I like the look of this. I also like this where they embossed and then just sanded the pieces. Isn't that a cool frosty look? Added a little bit with it. So there's a lot you can do it. Here's the detail. Be sure and check that detail from this card. I just think it's stunning. You know me, I love a good snowflake. This one is it's so my granddaughter. She is obsessed with snowboarding and wants to learn more and more. And I just thought for those that are snowboarders or skier or anything like that, this is just a very cool stamp and thin cut. I mean, hello, how cool and how fun to color. Then, of course, all of us need the happy, you know, whether it be New Year's, retirement, birthday, graduation. This is just one of those go-to, oh my gosh, I've got that. I love how they did the different fonts right here and just made it super, super easy. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love the National Park patches. You get a thin cut. No, I know these aren't all of them. Hint, hint, hint. But this is the ones they chose to do first. So this National Park stamp and thin cut is so cool, so awesome. You will use this over and over again, especially if you've gone to some of these amazing places. Some of these are definitely on my can't wait to go see places. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. And I love that they're National Park related. I just think it's very, very cool that you get this cool look of that. Then this, check out this stamp set for your library. No, yes, if you're a librarian, of course, but maybe you have books, or maybe you are working on getting your kids' or your grandkids' school photos done. I love that it gives you multiple years. You get the months. I just think that's a very, very awesome. And then this glistening alphabet, this is actually shown at 100%. So you can see it's not a very big alphabet, but how cool is that? And everyone needs a good heart, don't we? That's just awesome. Very cool. And then we're getting to the fun. So this is, of course, a November stamp of the month. This very thanks a bunch. I mean, this is just amazing. It's just got all the fun, cool stuff to it. We've got the Christmas snow globes, cloches, I think is how you say it. These are going to make fun December cards. I know it's a little late for Christmas, but I think you could still have a lot of fun with these cool ideas. I love this little starburst. Almost looks like little big not dragonflies, but anyway, something like that. But you get that look there. And then, of course, we have the card stock inks, paper, if you are so inclined. And always don't forget, you can get a, what do I want to call it? Where you can order cardstock of your choice. You can do a 12-pack or a 24-pack. So if you don't need 24 sheets of ballerina, you might look at the custom paper packs and pick the colors that you need. Just remember, they have to be in increments of 2. So, woo, we've made it to the end. I should have showed you my favorite, but hello, there ain't much in here I don't like. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be fun trying to figure out how to play with everything before the end of this book. There's just amazing things coming. So be on the lookout, watch for it. If you haven't received your new book, when you place an order on my website, you will get a prompt to add this to your order. So please do so, because if anything else, it is chock-a-block full of fun ideas for both layouts and cards. So they're always nice to have these on hand. Anyway, ladies, happy perusing. Enjoy your book. As always, reach out if you have a question. You can always find things on my website. This goes live November 1. All right, everyone. See you later.